So if your lawn tractor is surging like this, most people would think the most obvious thing would be to clean out the carburetor and clean the jets out. But it might actually be your fuel filter. So we're gonna change that. It's good to change these about once a year anyway. I get these off Amazon, they're cheap, and I buy them in bulk. So it's really kind of a no-brainer to change them. Do not buy your fuel filters from Lowe's or Home Depot. They're gonna charge you $10, $15 for one, and it's just not gonna be worth your money. So what we're gonna do is just move these clamps up. And I can see inside this thing that it's really dirty. So we'll just pull it off. You guys heard it break, so it's good we're replacing it. But just like that, slide it back on. Throw our clamps back up. And when you clamp off your lines, I recommend using these plastic fuel clamp pliers. You don't want to damage these. I did just replace this line, not too long. So we can see the inside of this thing is dirty, nasty. It may be where our issue is coming from, but like I said, it's important to start with the simplest things first. So, full choke. So we're gonna have to clean out the carburetor. It's really no big deal. Just gotta take the hood off. Undid both the retention springs and the headlight wire. Take the hood off just like that. So what we'll wanna do is pinch off this line right here. Pull off the filter hat. Find a new spacer, of course. So we're going to need a 10 millimeter and I believe an 8 millimeter. So we got a PCV line, pull that off. Move that around like that. We're going to remove the whole carburetor. Just disconnect this here. And we can use the aforementioned crescent wrench. Remove that. Undo these two screws so we can move this around a little bit easier. Oh, we're also going to have to move this linkage. Like that. Kind of wiggle that out. But now that that's free, we'll just pull this out of the way, pull it off. And I just have to disconnect this fuel line here. We'll pull this off, and I'll meet you guys at that part. So you guys will notice right at the top of this linkage, there's a very small plastic retainer. Right there. Spring off, pull the linkage off, meet you guys at the workbench. Inside of that's pretty clean, but we'll clean it out some. This is very likely where our issue is, right here. So we're going to remove that jet. Got that little one out. So we'll clean that. Shoot some spray up into here. This one's being a huge pain. I don't like using this method, but if I do it carefully, I might be able to. Yeah. So we're gonna run some wires through these little holes in here. They do look like they are plugged up a little bit, so we'll clean those out as best we can. And then also, since we're here, I'm going to take the float out, inspect the needle on the seat. Needle looks good. I'm going to shoot some carb spray through here, here, and through here. Probably clean out here a little bit too, see what we can do with it. So what I'm doing now, I just cleaned out the jets, 20 thousandths wire. We're just going to run these through like this. Just like that. Do that with all the inlets on these jets. Just make sure they're nice and clean. And I just saw a bunch of looked like calcified fuel or whatever came out of this one. So that one was indeed a bit dirty. Same thing with this one. This one doesn't look that dirty. That same thing here. Just do what you can. You're not going to be able to get everything, but you can kind of see we've already pulled out. Can't really see it on the camera that well, but right here, there's a bunch of debris on the wire. So it's definitely dirty inside. I can't remember what was under this little panel here, but we can have a look real fast just to make sure we're not going to miss anything. Of course, this diaphragm could be the issue too, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably would be in my best interest just to get a rebuild kit for this thing and clean it up. It looks like we've got some dirt and grit in here, so I'm going to clean that out quite a bit. That's pretty dirty, way dirtier than I would like. I'm going to shoot some, actually I think I can get the wires through there. If that even goes through all the way, yeah it does. Just like that. Clean out all of these, even though they're perfectly clean. All right, so putting it back together. Got that all cleaned out best I could. Like I said, it would probably be in my best interest to just rebuild this thing. I can't imagine they're all that expensive. I know these carburetors themselves are pretty pricey, which I find extremely annoying. Or I would honestly just replace the carburetor, because in most cases that's the cheapest way to go. And you always want to make sure the float is good and functioning. And don't want to forget our jets, so we'll install the big one back in first. Nice and carefully with this, you don't want to over tighten these. That's probably more than good. So then this one goes right back in here. There's our plug, throw that back on. And of course, this can only go on one way. You cannot, it just simply will not fit on any other way than the way it's supposed to go on. So make sure that gasket's still there in the bowl. Throw all our screws back in the bowl. Don't want to do these too tight, because the next time I get into this, I don't want to have to strip them out. Let's get it ready to reinstall. Goes back the reverse that it came off. So that little rubber spacer was destroyed. So instead of trying to save it somehow, I just cut off a small piece of fuel line from some scrap I had lying around. Should do the same thing. I presume that that's only really there to prevent the metal of that rattling like crazy against this or against any other part of the air hat. So, but anyways, as you guys can see, I've already got everything put back together here. I'm just kind of going through the finishing touches. Then we'll be on our way to try and start this thing again. And just for the record, if you do replace one of these the way I just did, you'll want to cut it down to size so you get a nice seal around the edge here that goes up against the metal part of the air hat. Now, I'm not going to put that piece back on yet, but I will remove this. Let the bowl fill up for a bit. And we're gonna run it and see if it made a change. Hopefully it did. You have to spin the engine a few times to get the fuel, fill up the carburetor. The battery's a little weak. How old is this battery? 16, so it's 5 years old, 316. Get pretty close to needing another one.